Hi everybody, welcome back to the Springfield Western. Today I wanted to share with you where I'm currently at with my tiny little add-on section to the Springfield Western, which is this piece you see right now. So the general concept didn't change at all. So you have a switch right here, and then you have this office sitting right there, and this is going to be just a little office or maybe maintenance location for the Springfield Western. The pickup truck is supposed to sit somewhere around here, and that's it. And this is going to be a runaround, and at the same time you can just tie down an engine here if there's a need to do so. And so I knew from the start that my main concern this time would be the scenery, because recently I decided the scenery I currently have on my layout, it's not that bad, but yeah, I kind of fell in love with real desert scenery. And so I decided this is what I want to do. And yeah, of course I had to start here with the new add-on segment. So then I went way down into the rabbit hole of desert scenery and watched way too many prototype videos of scenes in California and Arizona and New Mexico and whatnot. And also I quickly found out not every desert looks the same. So there's some deserts have a darker kind of sand, some have a very bright kind of sand. So I needed to find out what I really wanted. And yeah, I stumbled across a little railroad which is called the Arizona and California Railroad, and there are quite a few videos of their route on YouTube available. And yeah, I really liked what I saw, and I really wanted to go into this direction, and yeah, watched quite a few videos of their main line. And then I also did this piece, which is basically just some tests. We have a dark sand, we have a brighter sand, we have a, let's call it a grayish sand, and then we have a very bright sand, which is really from the fish tank, indeed. I believe this one really looks like some kind of tropical beach. I believe that's too much. But yeah, this gives me a feel for what I could do with available materials, also materials from you can just grab outside, for example, from a local school's ground or playground. You can just grab some sand and mix it up with other types of sand. And then I sprinkled on some greenery just in order to find out how this all would look. And by the way, my wife believes all of this looks just like a cat has thrown up. I don't know if she's right or not. You gotta tell me. So in the end, I decided I wanted to go with a rather bright kind of sand, and also that the tufts need to be, let's call it rather pale, so really not that dark green, but instead really more light brown yellow, or what is that? I mean, they call it winter grass. I'm not sure about this. And as always, I needed to cut these tufts down a little bit because they're way too long for nscale, if you ask me. And yeah, that's the result for now. I mean, as always, this is not going to be the very final result. I'm planning to use some powders to create a little bit more variety. Also, of course, the tracks need to be revered. By the way, I'm still looking for a good way of gluing down sand, because I always have issues with that. You have the sand laid out, and then you add the tufts, and maybe some other stuff. And then I all wet this with isopropyl alcohol. And at this moment, it's all still fine. But then I use thinned down white glue, mixed with glue and water. And then there's always some kind of disaster, because the sand is then moving a little bit, and it creates some kind of little waves which shouldn't be there. I mean, it's probably quite hard to see on camera, but I know they are there, and they bother me a little bit. And I'm not quite sure what's the solution here, because I used to use, for example, this kind of dripper, and I believe maybe that was the drops were too large, maybe. So I got myself something like this from a pharmacy, and I believe this thing is better. It creates smaller drops, but still the sand is kind of running away when I sprinkle on the thinned down glue. So maybe you have an idea for me. I'm not sure what the issue is here. So by the way, if you are enjoying nscale layouts with desert scenery, you should definitely go and check out KRP Models here on YouTube. He's got a very nice Mojave style layout. And then there's also a channel called something like BR374. Very nice scenery and very cool kind of rail fanning videos in nscale. So go check them out. So these guys inspired me. And then also when I went to this train show from the last video, there was this layout called something like the Escondido row. And also I really liked these scenes that guy created. So if you haven't seen the last video, check that part out. Really, really incredible work, I'm going to say. So next steps, first of all, of course, I need to give this some more finishing touches. And then, of course, I also need to blend this all into the other two segments, aka I need to change their scenery into the new style. So I started here on the left-hand side of the grade crossing. So this already looks quite okay. But then, yeah, we will see what I'm going to do with this larger area over here, because I thought I was going to keep this, but to me, it just doesn't make sense anymore. So I wanted to roll out this kind of scenery to this part in the front, but I believe I need to make this part of the desert scenery as well to give it, to give it the feeling which I want to create. So that's it for today. I believe it will be quite fun to roll out the new look to the rest of the layout. So maybe leave a comment if you do enjoy the new desert scenery style, or if you will be missing the old one. Yeah, other than that, I'm just going to say thank you for watching, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you soon on the Springfield and Western. Bye bye.